Hey guys, my name is Ryan.
And my name is Miska.
And welcome to Overwatch Central. So since the early beta, things have obviously changed, right? We did a video called Top 5 Heroes for Competitive, and since then the list has changed drastically. Heroes that are in favour with the meta come and go, and that's precisely what we're going over here. Think of the heroes like stocks, but the currency is time played. Now imagine McCree is the pound after the Brexit. You see where I'm going with this? His time played and use in competitive scene dropped drastically, and other heroes' popularity increased because of it. So in today's video we're going through the roles and what the nerfs to McCree and Widowmaker a couple of weeks ago did to the meta across quick play, ranked, and also the pro scene. We're going to focus on the first two mostly because the majority of you guys spend your time in quick play and ranked. But yeah, we're basically letting you know what heroes you might want to invest your time into because the meta favours them. Every time a balance update comes up or a new hero is added, we'll be sure to do another one of these and let you know how the game looks.
Before we get started, let us preface this video by saying, play the game how you'd like. Sure, winning is fun, and you should always be aiming towards winning, right? You're playing with other people, and your whole team should have fun when playing and winning. But if you want to focus on a few heroes, then feel free to knock yourself out and just play those heroes loads. Try to play them every time you can, and play them a lot. Great, with that settled, we're just covering some of the strong heroes at the moment in this video. For a weekly meta report which looks at the pro scene only and is very stats focused, do check out Captain Planet's weekly meta report in the description below or at planetoverwatch.org. He'll go into a lot more detail than we will here, but we're more focusing on the public and ranked games together rather than just the pro scene.
To begin with, we need to start with the tanks. What made McCree so popular was his ability to eat down tanks with his fan hammer roll fan combo. Whilst McCree's still a pretty good hero to use, that nerf in damage we've seen made some of these fat tanks come back into the fray. Winston was a strong hero in the meta already, and the McCree nerf has made him a hell of a lot stronger. Because of this, we've seen a lot more Reaper in play, but we'll talk about that in the offense section. But generally, across all game modes, especially in control, Winston is a handful. Roadhog has also appeared more often across the board. McCree can't eat him up for dinner anymore, and his sustain with his heal is far too much health to take down for most heroes alone. His only downside is his lack of movement, but can work wonders on defense because he just cannot be moved. The buff he had on his hook stun, which he received a few months ago, works wonders against any multitude of heroes. Essentially, he's a tough pig right now, still a punch bag for ultimate charge, but still a major threat for everyone. We've seen him a hell of a lot in ranked alongside a Reinhardt and also quite a bit in competitive, so he's definitely on the rise right now. Reinhardt is always going to be one of those S-rank heroes across the board, especially in competitive. The nerf to McCree also helped out Zarya, who got a little bit of a boost from it as well. Similar to Roadhog, she's just a pain to actually kill. But if you do need help with that, we did a video countering Zarya, which you can check out on screen now. D.Va really isn't used much in competitive, only for stalling objectives at the end of maps. Don't despair though, Gremlin D.Va fans, no doubt players are just waiting for the promised buffs to come through, which should change some things as well. As we said, once these new changes come through, or maybe even a new hero might show up before then, we'll be sure to make another one of these videos to let you know how it has rocked the meta.
Next up are the offense heroes. McCree was changed in the last balance patch to deal less damage. This obviously had a big impact on his playstyle and plays in the meta. With the fan to hammer damage reduced, he's not as much of a tank killer anymore, and as a result is not seen as much, though still not completely out of the game obviously. But with McCree slightly out of the picture in terms of tank killing, we're seeing more Reaper to make up for it. Reaper does the tank killing job well, but obviously doesn't perform as well on the range as McCree does. This brings us on to the next hero, which is Pharah, the king or rather queen of the current meta. With the McCree and Widowmaker nerfs, Pharah is dominating the skies at the moment, which makes her an even better pick. If you got a lot of experience with Pharah, you should do well with the current balance of the game. The rise in Pharah picks and domination has also in itself led to Soldier 76 being picked up more. Soldier has always been a strong hero mainly due to the offense and healing capabilities, but is even stronger nowadays. Genji and Tracer are in a kind of neutral spot still, and only benefit slightly from the McCree and Widowmaker nerfs actually. They're both used from time to time, especially on control maps, but their situations haven't changed that much even since launch. But don't be afraid to pick up either flankers whenever you may need them.
So yeah, there's not too much to report on the defense heroes. Of course, Widowmaker was nerfed and is seen less, but hasn't really completely been wiped off the meta. A good Widow still shines, but her pace of play has been halted with the removal of quickscoping. This is another reason why we've seen a lot more Pharah and why she's in a good spot. Basically because of the ability to not be shot out the air with ease by awesome Widows. Junkrat is a really strong defensive pick at the moment, but we've also seen a lot of Torb on the capture point maps in ranked. His damage has been nerfed on the console, but he's probably in a lot better space now. But do let us know how that is, console players. A good Hanzo, much like a good Widow, does shine as well, and a Bastion can always cause a lot of problems, especially when paired up with his favourite friends Reinhardt and Mercy. Mei is just Mei at this point, but as we said at the start of the video, play who you want. It just might not be a good idea to pick it in ranked is all.
The least impacted role at the moment are these supports. However, Mercy is as strong as ever, especially with Pharah being very strong right now. The Pharah Mercy combo is definitely something you should consider running. On to the next one. Lucio has always been a solid pick, but not much has changed for him with the latest balance changes. Symmetra is used when defending, but the old offense Symmetra is nowhere to be seen nowadays, unfortunately. Regardless, a strong support when defending at least. Zenyatta desperately needs fixing as he's barely played in highly competitive Overwatch at all. He can be fun to play sometimes, but is generally just too weak, and especially in ranked games. As to what exactly needs to be done to bring him back into the game properly, we'll save for another day. So in the summary, Pharah, Roadhog, Zarya, Winston, and Reaper are the hard-hitting heroes at the moment. D.Va, Zenyatta, McCree, and the majority of the defense heroes are out of favor with Blizzard at this moment in time. We know D.Va buffs are coming, and Zenyatta plans are in discussion, and maybe we'll even see a new hero within a month or at least during the summer. This could change the balance of the game loads, but for now, this is where the meta stands.
And that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Do let us know if you like this video, and do let us know what heroes you think are really strong right now. Like this video if you want to see more of them. It's definitely appreciated and it helps out the channel a lot. And until next time, take care and we'll see you then.